So in this video, I'm going to build my very first indoor cycling setup from absolutely zero equipment. Fortunately, I won't be alone as my really good friend Marty, who's experienced in cycling and also works as a cycling cleat in Decathlon, will join me today and help me out with basically everything. And I will try to explain and document everything in this video, so even if you're a beginner like me, you should then be able to decide of what you actually need or don't need in building your own cycling setup with possibly different parts. So let's do this. Also, a huge shout out to everyone who supports Movember this year as well. Eva, my girlfriend, didn't really recommend me to record this video with this piece of mustache on, but here we are. So if you do like Movember's initiative and you want to support it, grow your own mustache and visit movember.com. Anyway, I just received an echo that I should pick up the racing, or not racing, but cycling jersey I just ordered. So let's go for a short walk and let's go pick it up. Well, I was dressing up and literally just a few minutes ago started snowing for the first time this year. So I think that's just another reason why am I building and why I should build indoor cycling setup. So let's go for it. So I just got out and the first snow is out. Another sign for the indoor cycling setup. So I guess the winter is officially here, even though this is something between rain and snow. So here we are. Well, hopefully I'm at the right pickup spot. Yeah. So I think we can call it mission complete. So we got the jersey, but I will do a proper unboxing and try it out once I will have the bike and all the setup ready as kind of a reward for myself at the very end before my very first ride. But just from the product images, the jersey and the kit looked pretty amazing, so I think it will be mostly about if it will fit me or not. Anyway, before Marty arrives to my place from where we will go to pick up the bike and all the necessary gear, I will quickly share with you my cycling background, which is basically none, because I don't own any bike as of now. I only had a gravel bike just for a few months right before COVID hit, and then I decided to sold it with an intention that I will buy a new one, better one in the future, which never actually happened though. And then my cycling history goes way back to my child years when I really loved cycling trips, especially with my grandpa as a little kid, but it was far from something regular and it was definitely not my primary sport. However, I always admire cycling and been curious about it, especially in the road/gravel bikes, even though I think back then I didn't even know what gravel means. But I also always told myself that one day I will also be riding these sick rides somewhere in the Alps in Italy. But I also always told myself that it is not an easy sport to start with because of all the gear you need and all the information and skills required. So I never really got into it, and therefore last year I started with running instead, which obviously has much lower barrier to entry, and I was following my curiosity there that led me to finishing my very first marathon earlier this year, which was a stunning achievement for me and really great journey in general. However, I realized that I don't want to spend this next winter running again all the crazy long runs in cold in order to prepare for the next marathon, and instead I decided to pursue this cycling path. So we're finally at the very end of this short introduction, motivation, reasons why am I getting into cycling, and also because I realized two main things. Firstly, that there is no need to be afraid of starting a new sport, even as a hobbyist, as I've proven myself with running. And secondly, that I can learn all the cycling basics and improve my fitness level first at home on my indoor cycling setup, while using great apps like ROUVY or Zwift, where I can be having a lot of fun before I will be actually riding for the first time outdoors in the next few months, or as I mentioned, in the Alps, which is my ultimate goal for this newbie cycling journey, to experience that. But without any further ado, let's go for a bike and start this cycling journey. So it's Saturday 10 a.m. morning and my friend Marty will be picking me up in the next few minutes, and it's time to go pick up my very first bike. Let's do this. By the way, if you saw Decathlon and you're now thinking, well, Decathlon isn't proper cycling brand, mate, well, you're actually wrong, because their cycling brand Van Rysel is pretty awesome, and actually the Decathlon AG2R La Mondiale team was racing and using a Van Rysel aero bike at the Tour de France this year. So just a little note at the very beginning that you can get really stunning and great bikes there, and nope, I'm definitely not paid to say this. Anyway, once we got into the store, we went to the Marty's team, to their base, and the show could start. First, it was time to take out the bike into the rail holder, get to know the other two lads who were super friendly, and start preparing the bike. We already had a few chats with Marty beforehand, and with his advice I chose this Van Rysel NCR bike, which is primarily a road bike, but I had planned to take also second wider tires, so it can also be more of a gravel bike for me, especially when I will go for a first outdoor ride in the spring after winter on the static indoor setup. It was super interesting to see this preparation phase, and during that the guys were kindly explaining to me what they do and why they do it, what are other variants, and basically everything I could have asked for. Once the basic bike setup and check was ready, Marty started to preparing the bike so it's ready to be mounted on my smart trainer. We decided to go for Van Rysel D100 trainer, which isn't the high level variant, but for me as a beginner it should be definitely enough. And if you're not familiar with smart trainers, they basically work the way that you connect them to electricity, put the bike on the trainer, then you can run any supported cycling app and the trainer transfer the road profile and intensity to the bike. So long story short, then it feels like you're actually riding, for example going uphill or downhill and so on. And also smart trainer can effectively communicate and possibly measure everything from your other cycling gear. So these are the two main advantages of smart trainer, I would say, and that's what makes it much more fun and enjoyable experience when it comes to indoor cycling. Anyway, before you can take your bike, remove the back wheel and put it onto the trainer, there's one important thing that you need to be aware of. And it is this thing called cassette, which needs to have the same amount of speed levels as the bike. As far as I was told, nowadays it's usually between 10 or 12. And once you know, or once you will find out by asking or by searching in the bike specs what cassette is included on the bike, you have basically two main options. Either to use the cassette which was already on the bike, remove it, put it on the trainer, and every time you would like to put back on the back wheel and be riding outdoors, you would need to install or mount the cassette again. Or you can, as we did, buy another same cassette, which isn't expensive, and you can keep one on the back wheel of the bike and one cassette just on the trainer. That's at least what I was recommended, and also I didn't really see myself changing the cassettes at home on my own, to be honest. Then while the bike was getting the treatment, I got my pre-chosen shoes to try them out. Basically I had two variants, Van Rysel NCRs and Van Rysel RCRs. Marty initially recommended me to go for more midway variant with those NCRs, mostly because I'm a beginner and that the carbon plate in those RCRs could cause me discomfort as I'm not used to be riding or wearing these kind of shoes. Therefore, more convenient and also cheaper choice for me would be to go with these NCRs. However, once I tried more pro variant, the RCRs, I was surprised how comfy they felt, and even though I tried them out for a few minutes and actually riding in them is something completely different, we made a conclusion that I will buy these more racing shoes, as I really love how they fit on my feet even after I tied them up. Plus, to be fair, they look absolutely sick, and my secondary visual goal was to have completely white shoes, so I was over the moon with this choice. Then once I got back from my modeling tour with new shoes, boys had started explaining to me what pedals we decided to go for and what difference there is between SPDs as well, which was pretty useful for me, and from my understanding SPDs are rather used for gravel bikes and others, but road bikes are strictly a good fit for one-sided pedals, for example like these pretty basic ones we chosen, or boys chosen. After that, Marty needed to mount cleats on the RCR shoes I chosen, and during that he explained to me that even millimeter changes in the position of the cleats can make a huge difference. So that's why it's super important to set the correct position and keep it same on both shoes as well. This was also another part where I felt super grateful and happy that I don't need to do this on my own. And after that, all the preparation phase was done. I had the bike and all the essential parts, meaning the trainer, cassette and shoes ready. So it was time to pay for all of this, pack things up and head out to my place to build indoor setup, which I was super excited about. Once we got home, we immediately went straight to building the setup, or I should say Marty went straight to building the setup and showing me everything around, so I'm able to assemble or deassemble the whole setup on my own in the future. Also, days before, not only I ordered and picked up the cycling jersey, but I also ordered a small dedicated table just for indoor cycling, which should be amazing. And then also this quite large mat which will go under the bike. It's basically for protecting the floor from the setup and also from the suite. Plus it should highly reduce the noise coming from riding a bike. So considering the fact I live in a flat, this should be pretty convenient as well. After the mat was laid down and before I prepared a glass of water for us, Marty already managed to prepare the trainer, which was almost ready to use from the preparation phase in the store. Then, after we stopped playing with it like two little boys, it was time to remove the back wheel from the bike and finally put the bike on the trainer. Again, Marty did that first and showed me the best approach, and then, so I could learn the best, he let me to do that on my own too. It turned out that it isn't that complicated, as you first release and remove this from the wheel construction, and then you're basically good to go to put away the wheel. Afterwards, it's about slowly finding the grip and right position to straight up the bike first and then put it on the trainer. A good rule of thumb is that you shouldn't be forcing or pushing too much for anything to click. So I was basically kind of waiting and moving slightly with the bike before it just fell down super easily. Once it was down, I found the exact final position, so I can again put this back and tighten it as it was right at the beginning, just with the back wheel. Then I also tried to do the exact opposite, so to remove the trainer and put again back the back wheel, so I can do that on my own and be riding outdoors on the first sunny spring day in the next few months from now. And even though I managed to do that, I guess I will let someone, most likely Marty again, to double check everything for me before I decide to ride outdoors. They also do a regular service check and bike maintenance in Decathlon, so that's what I'm probably going to do in the future anyway. Afterwards, the setup was almost ready and it was about time to give it a first try to see how it fits me and then proceed necessary adjustments. I didn't change my clothes or anything, as it was only about my posture on the bike and then easy pedaling for a while. I tried to clip and unclip the shoes into pedals, then I got an introduction into changing gears on such a road bike, where it is a little bit more complicated as I'm not used to it. Anyway, then we put the seat a little bit higher and things started to look good. And again, it was super helpful to have someone experienced like Marty to help me out and guide me through this, and I literally can't thank him enough for such a world-class friendship act and everything he did for me and my setup, not only today, but during days leading up to it as well. So yeah, Marty already left and the bike is now ready and prepared to be fully in my hands. The trainer is connected and now I'm gonna have a lunch and then it's time to build a table and build a proper dedicated space. I think it will be over there, but we will see how this will turn out while there will be the table and basically everything. And then it will be time also to unpack this very first cycling jersey of mine, which I picked up a few days ago, and then try to download ROUVY and connect and basically give this one a first proper try and ride. So yeah, now it's time to unpack this table, which should be standing over here. So we'll see if my plan will work out. And yeah, let's do this. By the way, this is Matt. It's like 3 p.m. and it's already getting dark. So I should get moving. And build this thing up. Okay, where's the knife? Where's the knife? Where's the knife? Here, there you go. I'm not really sure if this is the right way to open it, but... Ooh. Ah, that looks nice already. It's pretty heavy though. Ah, okay, it's connected already. Okay, that's like the closed position, okay. And if you want to make it like into proper table, and now... Yeah, now relax. Okay. That was pretty fast though. pretty high, but I guess it will fit perfectly into the bike. So it's also pretty stable, like kind of heavy and stable, which is fine. I'm not really sure why I got these, like I know already why I got these. So at the very beginning I wasn't really sure why I got these, but then I realized that over here you can actually attach like a J-curve hook for your towel or anything like that. So that's nice, but I will leave it for later on, maybe for tomorrow. Okay, so the table is ready. Obviously there's missing the bike and everything, but I think it should be, and it could be in this position. There could be a laptop or iPad, there is something for drink or anything you want to put on the table, which is super nice. And there will be the J-curve hook for a towel or anything like that. And also, I just take the camera so you can see that. Here's the electricity, so I can connect the trainer, which will be like over here. So that's a nice thing too as well. So yeah, we already have the table. It looks still a little bit sad in the corner alone, but let's get moving. So now I will try to move the bike and the setup to the corner, to the table. I think I'm gonna call my girlfriend so I don't destroy anything like after a very few hours. And then I will go to the cycling jersey. Or maybe I could move this on my own. So this should be good as well. So yeah, I will clean this space up and then I will try to park it over here. But maybe just for now I will try to park the bike like here and then like, oh fuck. Yeah, now. Okay, so now I will clean this space up and I will try to move the bike. Also the setup will be looking a little bit like naked or cold because there will be just white wall, but I'm planning to maybe put some little posters or basically anything on the wall and maybe some mirror to the corner, something like that. I'm not really sure, but I'm really looking forward to polish this space even more after the setup will be ready. I'm gonna need to leave it like more over here, not like directly set it up to the wall. And then like tomorrow I can clean this thing up, move it somewhere else and then like put the bike more into the wall, which will be here. It's looking good, right? It's looking good. Actually, we need the space for the table, I forgot. So I will move this a little bit back. Actually, I think the table should be completely on the mat, but that's something I'm gonna do afterwards. But for now, I will leave it like that. So yeah, as you can see, the work in progress setup is getting ready. It's super messy here, a lot of boxes and everything. And as I mentioned, this is work in progress and just to try things out. But now it's time to try things up. So yeah, finally the time to open this package with my jersey. So yeah, let me see. It looks great, even inside. It's the XL size for me, and the jersey, the top, which looks top as well. It's from Van Rysel, as I really wanted to be like united in terms of the brands. Obviously, I really like it. Also, I didn't really have as much of possibilities in terms of colors, but this combination like black and white was exactly what I needed and what I wanted. So I was really satisfied and happy that I found this one in the store. Now it's time to try it out and put on the clothes, the jersey, get myself a laptop on the table, prepare and connect ROUVY, which shouldn't take much long, and then start riding for the first time. Let's do this. Hopefully it will fit me. But basically this is the biggest size they have in Decathlon, so I have basically no choice if this will be too small. So, but I think so far so good. So what do you think? I think it's good. The socks. Where are the socks? We need socks. Got it. So yeah, Marty told me that these socks are must thing to buy, and I think he was totally right, because so far these socks feel pretty amazing. And yeah, like on my tiny calves. Let's see how this will turn out. So yeah, this is the gear, this is the outfit of the day. Now let's take the shoes. I was really looking forward to hear that sound, so it sounds awesome. I really do think Marty told me to don't be afraid to ride the shoe quite strongly, so let's listen to him. So yeah, I think I'm now ready, or at least when it comes to gear. So yeah, the jersey is on me and hopefully it fits perfectly, because I have literally no option and I don't want to postpone and, you know, like ordering some new jersey. So I will keep this one no matter what. And now it's time to finally ride. Okay, so now I'm gonna put my laptop here on the table. Also, here's the space ideally for iPad. I don't own iPad, but Eva does, so we might gonna steal it for riding sometimes. So yeah, now I'm going to visit ROUVY website, sign up, hopefully download in seconds or in minutes, and then start riding. Here's the ROUVY website. So my email address. Which type of a rider are you? Based on your motivations, we will design activity plan for you. I want to explore new routes and locations around the world is the first one. Second one is I want to ride with friends and other cyclists from around the world. That's also true. And thirdly, I want to establish a training routine to improve my cycling performance. So I think these three questions, or like this one question with three options, is mostly for my like better onboarding experience and not entirely to like customize the app or like some trainings or some routes for me that much, but we will see. So I will just pick the first one, which at the moment I think it's right for me. Do you own a trainer? I already own a trainer, yes. I'm now downloading the app and I really want to get this thing moving. Yeah, now it's on full screen. And there we go. So the ROUVY app is already started, and enjoy real scenery, no boring rides. I hope so. Ride real world routes and travel around the world. That's something I really wanted to get from ROUVY, why I chosen ROUVY instead of Zwift. Achieve your goals, clear your mind and get in shape with workouts and training plan that you will love to follow. I hope so. Compete against yourself and others, race on Strava, live segments, join various challenges and participate in races and group rides. Well, hopefully that will be the case for me as well, but definitely not today. So get started. You are ready to ride. Your trainer is now connected. Awesome. Start your first ride. Yes, please. Here we go. Oh, wait. Is there some music or sound? Welcome to ROUVY. This short ride will explain the basics. Start pedaling. Yes, this is exactly what I needed. Some proper onboarding. So, let's go. Start pedaling. I'm moving. I'm already moving. Yes. It's actually the first time for me to be riding, so actually I still need to remember on Marty's advices how to change gears and everything, but I guess, yes. This is your avatar. The resistance of your trainer is set by the route profile, top left of screen. Okay, I'm somewhere in Mallorca, I would say. Perfect route, near the sea. Riding with others is fun, so we've added 3 virtual riders to join you on your first ride. Whoa, 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 they are super fast. Hey, hey, hey. So I think I'm riding pretty slow, right? But I wanted to be able to speak on the video. I don't want to be riding that fast, even though this is not fast, right? You can use a rider's draft to save energy when you get close behind them. That would be nice. The power saving is shown on the drafting indicator. I'm in the second place. David is ahead of me. The position of other riders is shown on the left. At the bottom you can see your rider's position and the terrain profile. Well, this is awesome. This is awesome. I'm probably still sitting like a chicken on the egg on the bike. It looks like I'm still like in the first quarter of the route. So this will be a pretty intense onboarding session for me. The coins accumulating on the top right are ROUVY coins. They are rewarded for your ROUVY career and can be exchanged for what? For a faster bike? Enjoy the rest of your ride, explore the app and let us know if you have any questions. Hopefully I will enjoy the rest of the ride. This is amazing. It's exactly what I was looking forward to be riding. I'm already sweating. Yeah, I'm going downhill. The boys are so fast ahead of me. Yeah, this is perfect. Like, Apple Watch didn't even ask me if I'm riding. Like, what the hell, Apple Watch? I'm riding as hell. Oh, David is behind me and he's taking me on. I can be drafting behind him. So till now I was riding for fun, but now it's becoming personal because I'm the dead last. So let's try what this thing can hold. I'm not finishing last on the first road. No! Come on! Ooh. David! Ooh, yes! Third place! Ooh. Yes! Okay, ROUVY, that was fun. No. It's next road. I don't want to wait. No. You can always come back and complete it later. Yeah, I hope so. I must be laughing because it was like 10 minutes long first ride, or maybe 15 minutes. Even though I was running like for the last year or so, and this was like 15-minute long route. But due to my finish, as I didn't want to end up last, even though these are like virtual players, I fully sent it. So yeah, I will pause the first training onboarding session right here, and I will clean everything up and finalize the setup, and it should be probably now. So as you can see, my very first indoor cycling setup is now ready. I'm super happy that it fits perfectly into the corner as I planned it, and that the overall black/grey color doesn't scream so much when you walk into the room. So far I had the onboarding ride which you just saw, plus one short one on my own, and it was super fun, and I'm just happy that we managed to transform this plan or project of mine into reality, so I can start this cycling journey, even though it may look a little bit weird that I be starting riding a bike in my living room. And I'm planning to document this newbie cycling journey and share everything I learned along the way, similarly I did with running. So if you enjoyed this video and want to see more of this content until the point where this will be me in the next few months, subscribe to the channel and I'll be looking forward to take you along with me. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers!